Yo guys, welcome to my first vlog. I will be making a vlog about my thoughts and theories. On my YouTube, I never really shared my thoughts too much except some random rants on stream, I guess, and I never really stored them either because I thought that even if I talk, most people won't listen, and if most people don't listen, you can't really change anything. But there was this article on idnes.cz, which is a Czech news site, not very unbiased one to say the least, but it's a very good news site to find what sort of the considered more educated part of middle class are thinking. And what I love most is to go through comments. So the first topic is some news I've seen many times, and it's probably not the last time I'll see, and it is marriage for homosexuals, right? So right now in Czech Republic, our parliament is actually voting for the law that lesbians and gays would be able to marry each other. And what really surprises me is why are people against it, I guess. So basically there are three things, right? A, it's against the religion. B, you get the tax advantages that most people do. And C, you can adopt children. And I guess D, that it's cultural or something. I heard that argument too. It just sounds like horse shit to me, but whatever, we'll count it there. And I'd say the religious reason is like something most people lean on, especially when in Europe and America, most people are religious. I mean, it's multiple religions, but basically all of them hate homosexuals, clearly, right? And what surprised me the most is that I am living in Czech Republic, and Czech Republic is one of the most atheist countries in the world, actually. We don't really believe in God, so the religious reason is completely out of question in our country. But people still hate the idea of gays marrying each other. And then the question is why? If the main reason is not an issue, then what is it? Well, what I like to do is to go to the comment section and see what the people actually think, what people actually write, and what gets voted the most, right? The main arguments are two. The first is that the meaning behind the word marriage is a union between a woman and a man, and that it would not make sense to let homosexuals do it, which I find more like a grammar Nazi sort of argument. It's like, should we really give a fuck about that? I mean, the meaning behind words change quite a lot. I mean, if you said cock 100 years ago, no one would ever think about your dick. These days, clearly everyone does. So, like, words change meaning. That's like, really? That's your argument? Well, the second argument is the adoption of children. That is the second most used argument. And it's a funny thing because we hear the arguments, right? If gays adopt children, if it's lesbians or gays, it doesn't matter. One argument: a child needs a father and a mother, otherwise he can't grow up correctly, right? Alright, so they'll have two moms or two dads. Well, I guess you're right about that. Then there's the more crazy one saying if two homosexuals raise a child, then the child will be homosexual. I'll just skip that. I mean, if you're retarded enough to believe that, then I guess you can fuck off my channel right now. Another reason is that people will make fun of those children in school, like other kids, right? Lol, you have two dads, lol, forehead. Oh my god, you have four boobs in your home, how lucky you are, and shit like that, right? Yeah, that's all valid points, for sure. But what I like to ask like, I laugh. Okay, they do argument, right? They use their brain to a certain extent. But what if we look at the other option for those children? The other option is they grow up in a fucking orphanage. They don't have either mom or a dad. So they can't have a mom or dad in any case, so your argument is completely invalid that he can't grow up with 2 dads or 2 moms. He won't have a dad or mom in orphanage either. And the children will make fun of him in school. I'm pretty sure they would make fun of you in school less for you having gay parents, which your classmates maybe won't even find out about, than if you come into school dirty with wrecked clothes and shit because you are from an orphanage and you're poor. I'm pretty sure that the other guy gets way more shit. And you don't even have to mention that people in school can make fun of you for any fucking reason. You can get bullied for any fucking reason. If that's your problem, focus on bullying in the fucking school, not if gays raise a child. So I just find the entire discussion so fucking retarded, because it's always like, why not let gay people adopt children, right? And they never say, so if the child doesn't get raised by gays, then what is his other option? What will happen to the child that could have had a nice family with gay parents? And the other option is just straight up worse. No one gives a fuck about those kids in orphanages. Clearly, because if they did, then they would allow this. It's better for the kids. We've seen many families, gay couples that actually do have kids. How did they get them? Because since society is evolving, in the past being gay was awful, then gays pretended to be straight. They created marriages, and when finally the push against the homosexuals went a little bit back, they weren't as afraid and actually divorced and created new couples, and they brought the children from their first marriage into their families. And those children are completely fine with it. Most of them, anyway. And the younger the child is, when he starts getting raised by gay people, I mean, the less weird it is for him, the more he takes it as sort of like, yeah, I mean, that's how it is. Also, in gay couples, as they said, that you can have a mother and a dad. Every time in a gay couple, there is a mom and dad. The lesbians, one girl is the tough one, the other one is the feminine one. So the tough one is the dad, the feminine one is the mom. In homosexual couples, it works literally the same way. That is how it is. I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be like that, but it doesn't have to be like that in normal relationships as well, right? Like both the mother and the dad might be dominant, basically being 2 dads, even though one has fucking boobs and the other one doesn't. So yeah, like adoption for homosexuals is something that should just be automatically voted for yes, if you actually have a proper discussion about it. But like, even in Czech Republic, a country that, I don't know, where people have a lot of freedom. Like, you can get fucking drugs anywhere, you can fucking drink alcohol since you're like 12. Avoiding law in this country is really fucking easy. In this country of very free-minded people, I find it super surprising that most people are against it. It's just so fucked up. And not just for the gays. It's actually more fucked up for the children that don't get adopted than for the gays. The children are actually ones who are gonna suffer most from it. So, thank you, Pavel, Martinek, Tomáš, Velčovský, etc., for protecting those children. Thank God for you. Those children will have great lives in those orphanages. Thank you very much. At least that is my opinion. I'm not willing to discuss that. This is one of the opinions I consider a fact. On the end of every video, I guess I will say, or I might as well put it in the description, if what I'm talking about is a fact, theory, etc., right? So thank you for listening. You can tell me in the comments what you think about it. I hope my audience is a bit more smarter than the majority, but we'll see. Thank you.